Hi beautiful people, welcome to my channel. I'm Kate from Pixie Designs, and today I have a Poole design team project. I don't have a journal to share today. I'm just going to do a bit of crafting using some of Sam's digitals. I haven't been in my craft room all that much over the last month or so, especially the last 3 weeks, because I've had the surgery and I'm still recovering. I guess I thought I would be down here and whipping up things, but I just haven't been for various reasons. So I am collecting and contemplating a ocean seaside type journal, and I decided I would go through Sam's digital kit called Sea Creatures, and I've printed out some of the photos and things, and I've also printed out this beautiful digital. I've backed it, and I want to make, I'm just going to decorate an envelope basically. So very simple. I just have to decide what I want on the outside. Do I want this one? I love this printed out really different color. This is on just plain copy paper, it's really blue, and this is on the inkjet, inkjet coated paper, which has made it much more greeny color. I really love it. And this is a blue on the back, so I need to make a snappy decision. I guess I can just, that's the top, I can just do it and then decide once I've cut it out. So I've got this template. I'm pretty sure this is from the Graphics Fairy. If not, I will have just downloaded it from a free website. But a good thing to do is, if you find an envelope that you really love, which sounds weird, but I know that whoever's watching this will understand what I mean. If you find an envelope you really love, before you use it, gently take it, open it up and make a template, so that then you can always make that envelope. I don't know, certain envelopes to me are just a really nice size or shape, and if that's the case, before I use them, if I ever use them, let's face it, if before I use them, I tend to steam them open and lay them out on some card and make a template, because then you've got it forever and you can use it without freaking out. All right, so I'm just going to cut this. How is everybody? I hope you're well. We are well. Things are getting sort of back to normal a little bit, I guess. If you follow my Instagram, you will have seen, maybe, possibly, on my stories, that I went to physio last Friday, and the nurse who took down my dressing and was very pleased with my wound and everything, but neither of them were very pleased that I was not on my crutches. So apparently I should have used 2 crutches for 2 weeks, but I was too late for that already. And I should be using 1 crutch just to give my knee, I don't know, they said just be nice to my knee. But actually a lot of it apparently is all about your gait, because I've been limping for so long due to pain and now because of the surgery. It's all about learning to walk with a proper gait again, so that I don't limp for the rest of my life, which I certainly don't want to do. So yeah, though I feel like I'm limping with the crutches. I don't know, anyway, well, I'm doing as I'm told, and I'm back on the crutch, which makes me just, everything takes so long, because there's still stuff that has to be done around the house. It's not like I've got someone to do all that for me. So I mean, David's been great, but he also has a business to run, so yeah, it's fine. Okay, I think I'm going to have this on the outside, although to be honest it is going to be covered by this gorgeous little photo here, which I'm going to cut out now. So I've printed these photos onto a semi-gloss photo paper, which either I or maybe my sister found in a thrift store or a secondhand store. And it's quite nice and light, and it's got a little bit of shine to it to give it that genuine sort of photo look, but it's not super, super glossy. So I really like that. Okay, well, we can do the folds. We can always change our mind. Ah, where's my ruler? There's my ruler. So summer is coming to a close, and I don't know, but I missed it. I don't know about anyone else. We just, yeah, not to want to complain about the weather, but like yesterday, we had a huge, it was, I guess they'd call it a windstorm more than rain. It had rained all day the day before, and then yesterday the winds just came up. Man, was it loud. It was so noisy. And yeah, the doors were blowing open, and and I was like, I can't believe trees don't fall down in this kind of wind, but it doesn't seem like anything's fallen down. But our windows are just, you can hardly see out them because they're so covered in salt. So yeah, there's another job that I won't be doing, not anytime soon anyway. So yeah, crazy. But today it is bright and sunny, and it's supposed to get up to 26 degrees, but again, we've still got wind that's, you know, 30 kilometers an hour. So I don't know. So let's just, I think I'm going to have this lovely greeny color out. I absolutely love this, and I think I'll use it as a page in my journal as well. It's so beautiful. That's upside down. Do I care? No, I don't. But yeah, that is a beautiful digital, and you don't have to, I mean, this could be used in any journal, couldn't it? It doesn't have to be in a seaside journal at all. I mean, I haven't read what it says on there, but I think it's just some kind of random document that maybe Sam's done some beautiful colorization and stuff on, and Photoshop, I don't know. But it's beautiful. So for us, summer's coming to an end, but for you guys, you know, you can see probably a little sneak of spring, maybe. And so, yeah, if you want it, if you're ready to make a summer journal, seaside journal, now's the time. I just make whatever I feel like. I'm not really worried that it's not summer. I love this little girl on the beach with her little trolley, and I thought I might pop something under her. A little bit of cheesecloth. This is quite a heavy cheesecloth, this one. Almost feel like I want something a bit lighter. I've got this one which I prefer, but it's not tea stained, so it's white. Does this matter to me? Not too much actually. I wonder if I'll just cut it and then see what we end up with. So yeah, you could put anything under here. Like that. And then I think I'd like a little label here, but let's try and age this photo up a little bit so it doesn't look quite so like I've just literally printed it out. I was watching Carol Laws recently. She's making a really cool ring-bound journal using Sam's kit all about dogs. And she was saying how she's got so many ideas and sort of plans in her head that it almost prevents her from doing anything. She doesn't really know where to start, and I feel like that's exactly how my year has begun. Like, I've got all these projects kind of gathered, and you know, I've even got things collected for them. For example, this sort of seaside journal, and yeah, I feel like, oh, I don't really know where to start. So I've been stitching a piece which I hope to turn into a journal cover. I'm not super expert at the slow stitching, but I do enjoy it. I find it quite relaxing, and I hope that will be a journal, and I think I might try and make it one of those really soft covers that kind of expands around the pages. I don't know. I wonder if a little bit of embossed paper layered under this would be nice. I just want it to be something soft so that the envelope doesn't become super stiff. That's really heavy, so I don't think that will work. Just look at my scrappy bits. I do love these. I do love this the script one. It's one of my favorites. I might just, this is on a watercolor card, so even though I said I didn't want to do anything too heavy, I am. And I'm just using antique linen. I quite like that, I think. I'm just going to now kind of distress the actual envelope, because I don't want it to look so nice. I kind of want it to look a little bit old, if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. It's beautiful digital. If you've got a sanding tool, you know, you can just go to the pharmacy and buy an emery board, or you can grab some sandpaper out of your shed and take to your papers with that to give it a little bit of a older look. I'm just going to give this a little bit of a scrunch. Just try and soften up the paper a little bit. And then, yes, I'm going to do some inking as well. I had to put the art journal I'm making aside. I got a bit stuck. Shannon contacted me and she wanted some more images on the cover, botanical images, and I don't know, I just haven't been able to make it work, so it was getting me in a real tiz, so I've just put it aside. And also I had this job to do as well. So, and this was getting a bit urgent. So hopefully Sam will understand that I haven't really been in a situation where I could make a journal. I don't tend to be so organised. Wish I was, that my projects are made so far in advance. Wouldn't that be good? I wish I was like that, but I'm not. And I have long periods where, well, it feels like long periods where I don't feel creative. Okay, I think that's going to be cute. But I do want to do the closures on the back. I'm going to do 2 of these, like a policy closure. And I'm just going to use brads. I'm not going to use eyelets. So I'll just ink these up and I'll get some brads and I'll try and put the holes in the middle, but we all know how I struggle with that. So this is just some scrapbooking card. Let me just grab a couple of brads. I'll just get the silvery, try and get 2 the same if I can. They look similar. I'm going to use those. So yeah. I just find getting things in the middle of a circle so hard. And I don't mind if they're a little bit out of whack, but man, some of mine are so far out of whack, it's not even, you can't use it. All right, and then in the middle of this envelope here, I'm sure all of you have made these before. So I think I'm going to put it just above there. Make a hole. There we go. And I'm going to glue that one shut. Right, we can glue that shut now. So I'm just going to put some glue down here. Oh. And here. And glue this baby shut. And I have to do the same at the top. Decide where we're going to put our hole, our thing. Think about there. Try and get it in the middle. I'm going to go there. Oh, I took a lot out of there. I think it'll be right. And it's so not in the middle. It's absolutely so out of whack. Nah, see? I just can't. So I'm going to make another one. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I can't do that. Okay, so let's cut another piece and try again. We've just had the Art Deco festival here, so every year there's an Art Deco festival. Well, pretty much every year, I think, because we are known as the art, or Napier is known as the Art Deco city. When it was rebuilt after the earthquake, it was built in that style. So there's a lot of buildings, and so it's kind of our claim to fame, I guess. And so there is an Art Deco festival. People come from all over the place. See, that is so bad. Oh well, never mind. I'll redo it when I'm not on camera, because I can't just keep doing it. And then I'm going to get some string. I just want some plain sort of white string. And I'm not even going to tie that, because I'm going to change that. It's just so bad. But anyway, there we go. There's our closure. And then I'm going to layer these. I still kind of want a little label, and I'm sure Sam's got some. So I will probably find that. The other thing that would be quite cute, if I can find them, are some little photo corners. I quite like the idea of some black ones. They're quite big though. Sometimes I just do like 2 photo corners, if it sort of overpowers the photo a bit. Let's have a look. I do have some vintage ones somewhere, which I could use instead. I quite like that. Right, well, I'm going to glue these top ones, because I know I want them to go sort of there. And then this, I'm going to glue on with this tacky glue. Just poking out. Pull it down that way a bit. I don't want it to be too even. Right, I'm happy with that. I'm going to now glue this photo to this piece of paper. Glue this piece of paper to the envelope. Go. Cute. So that's the first thing I wanted to make. I love little envelopes like that. You can just pop them in your journal, or they can go with your journal with something in it, some extra things. So the next thing I wanted to make was I wanted to have a play with this image. This one here, and I have a genuine one of these. I can't remember what they're called. I know they have a name, and I think you used to look through a special machine and it sort of made it 3D maybe, or added dimension to the picture somehow. I love this. I've been hanging on to it for a while. It says waiting for Papa. So this one has a similar shape here, but it's actually, it's two separate pictures popped on. This is joined, but that's okay. I'm not going to try and make it exactly the same. I want to get the heaviness, try and get the heaviness of it, and I've printed it twice. So I've printed it on this matte photo paper, and I've printed two because I didn't want to waste my paper. So I'll probably use that other one for something as well. So this is going to be the base. I don't know if this is going to work. We'll see. So I'm just going to cut around here, try not to make too shoddy job of it. And then hopefully I'll get this done with you guys, and that's probably about as long as I can sit here for before I need to go do something else, change the position of my knee. So I wanted that to be the base, and then I wanted to cut out these photos and put them on so it kind of had that more genuine look. See how the photos are stuck onto there, kind of like cabinet cards are, or card to visit. But I want to put this onto some heavier card. I've got this really old album thing. I love this so much, and I thought this would work. I can't decide whether to have this really old side out. I think I will. I know it's not the same colour, but oh well. I almost want that on it, but I won't because that might just be too grungy. So I'm gonna just draw around it. Might not end up looking that great, but this is what we do, isn't it? We try it, we play, and if we can't get the real thing, which often we can't here in New Zealand because, you know, really old things are hard to come by here. New Zealand wasn't colonised until the 1800s, and so if you're looking for European based ephemera, it is very hard to come by, and when you do find it, it's really expensive. So this is the next best thing, is let's try and emulate it somehow using the old stuff that we have and digitals that people have kindly made and shared with us. Okay, so this, I'm going to stick this on here. Yeah, I love how old that looks. I'm just going to go with it. Right, I'm going to glue the back. I'm going to use just some glue stick, a lot of glue stick, and try not to get any on the front, which seems to be habit of mine when it shifts on the glue paper and it gets glue on it. Right. Or I get glue on my fingers. Okay, so let's lay this on here and we can make it fit. Oh, I think it needs to go the other way. I think it needs to go this way, maybe. Yeah, that's a bit better. Right. Okay, and then to get these two pieces to sort of look seamless, even though I know they're the different colours, I use my sanding block, although I could use my scissors to cut down there. I just don't want to cut too much off. So just trim this down, and then I'll use my sanding block to get the rest of it. So like the corners, get them right down like that. Just to try and make it look like one seamless piece of card. And it's a similar thing that I do when I copy and create my fake cabinet cards. I have a few favourites that I don't want to part with. So yeah, I've scanned them and I use those. And you know, sometimes if I've done a good job, you can't tell immediately which is the real one and which is the fake one. I mean, obviously you can once you pick them up and have a proper look, but at a glance, I reckon they look pretty good. I mean, if you don't want to put sort of bulky things in your journals, this is probably not something you'd want to do. I will go in with ink. Now, this is going to be the tricky bit, is I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to put it on top of here, and I'm hoping it's going to cover. I mean, I printed it exactly the same, so I'm hoping it'll work. I'm doing it on camera, so I haven't made one prior, so I'm just hoping. So I'm just going to really take it slowly with the cutting, if I can. Almost be better if it's a little bit big and too small. The curved bit's going to be the hardest, getting that. Getting that right. Might keep those. All right, let me try and do this. I wonder if I should use my small scissors. I don't know. I mean, they're not the same at all. Okay, so let's see what happens when we put this on here. Pretty good, actually. I might just go around with the ink in case there's a white edge, which there is. Not that it really matters, because there would have been a white edge on the real ones as well, because they did this. This is how they did it. They laid the photos on top of the card. Okay, and now I'm going to glue it. Let's have a look. Where's my glue page? This has a rough back to it. It's quite unusual. Okay, now I do not want to get glue on this picture. Okay. Let's see now. Let's try and get this lined up. I'm happy with the bottom. It's pretty good. Okay, I don't want to touch it. I might have gluey fingers. I'll gently go over it with this. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some inking. Just want to make sure that my edges are all nicely sanded and it looks like that's a seamless piece of cardstock. Cool. And some ink. So just a light ink, I think, or I might start with this and maybe do a little darker one around. I don't do sort of super heavy inking. Well, sometimes I do, but not always, not often. Oh my gosh, that turned out so good. Well, I think so. Where's my real one? And this one's very curved, but it's got that like real bird edges, which is what I love. It's got this on the back. I would like to put something on the back. I was wondering about this. Would this look like a label if I cut it out? But I would have to cut it out quite straight. Let's have a look. It's quite a different colour. But yeah, I could put something on the back of it. So I could give these a little bit more of a going over, make them a bit more rough. Always a bit scary to do that, but that's really old cardboard. Whoop, that's come up. We can reglue that. But it is always the corners that are the most damaged on all these things. So yeah, pleased with that actually. I think it looks quite cool. I could make it into a pocket or a side tuck, I guess. It's quite heavy. So I mean, it's probably just going to be used as a piece of ephemera in a pocket. I hope you'll go over and look at Sam's shop, Sam Poole Designs. Now, I know a lot of you would be aware that Creative Expressions, who puts out the stamps that Sam has been making and the other products, is closing down. So I mean, that's going to have quite a big effect on Sam and her income. So, you know, in the nature of supporting other creators and, you know, people in our community, I just encourage you to go over to her shop, purchase one of her beautiful journals, or just purchase one of her kits, just as a show of support as she kind of has to work out, you know, what's going to happen if she loses that stream of income. So yeah, just thought I'd I'd say that. I don't think Sam would mind. We need to support each other as best we can. And I know in the past we've done that for other creators on YouTube. So yeah, I'm just putting a plug in for Sam. She's a lovely person and a very clever and talented maker and artist. So yeah, I feel privileged to be on her team. I hope you like that. I know it was pretty basic and you know, no journal or anything this time, but hopefully I'll get that seaside journal out and use some more of Sam's digitals in it, and so I can do another little craft along with me. I hope you like that. I really love how that turned out. I feel like it looks old and sort of, well, not genuine, but a little bit genuine, you know, and it's actually such a cool picture as well. I mean, I love the picture. I mean, this is just a basic little envelope. I might add a little something to this, actually, some age tape or something like that, just to make it look a bit older, but it's a great little envelope. You can fit quite a decent amount in here. So yeah, and I like the way it's printed on both sides. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really, really appreciate it. Hope you have a great week and weekend, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.